What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Shiz here with the PWCC weekly auction analysis. Going to be getting into the week 17 auction. I did miss last week's sad times. So this week's going to be awesome. I'm actually going to be going live 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, the same day this video uploads. So come check it out. Usually I'm sitting there just checking out the current auction, what things are closing at, looking at a couple personal cards myself, usually. So it's definitely a good time. So let's just jump right into these numbers, shall we? So week 17, like I mentioned, this is going on May 15th. 17 weeks of weekly auctions. That's insane. That's crazy. We're 17 weeks into watching this whole thing happen. And I'm already seeing next week, May 22nd, seems to be the largest Pokemon auction they've ever had. 2,700 cards. My sweet spot for them is like 1,500 to 1,700 cards. This is insane. They have almost that many WotC cards in next week's auction, which it's incredible. It's not amazing. I would rather see much less Pokemon. Like I said, 15 to 1,700 is usually my preference for the style of this auction, the way it happens, because it's just a lot of stuff to look through. But yeah, so 2,300 cards for Pokemon this week. Magic the Gathering, man, it's just dwindling. Every week it's like little, and you see next week there's only 8 cards right now. This week there's 15. Yu-Gi-Oh! Staying strong, somewhere between 50 and 100 cards almost every week. Next week you see a jump up to 116. There's a lot of Japanese Bandai cards for whatever reason in PWCC for Yu-Gi-Oh! Very, very interesting. So, like I said, Pokemon this week is evenly mixed between PSA and CGC graded cards, essentially. And very even. Well, I guess, no, it's not. So, English and WotC is similar, but that don't matter. So, I'm looking at the WotC versus post WotC cards, and there's a lot more WotC, which seems to be a trend in the last few weeks. So a lot more vintage cards are coming for sale on PWCC. I don't know if people are just trying to move some stuff, but this is one of the probably the lowest percentage, 29% of the entire breakdown of the PWCC cards that are going in this week. 29% of the entire auction is Pokemon, which is the lowest it's been since like week 8. It's not a bad thing. Every week we're just seeing more and more cards. Like, this is a huge auction. 8,800 cards. So there's just a mass of all these different sports cards. You see here there's a huge jump in basketball. 1956. It's well above next week's. Football as well. They all saw pretty large jumps. Even hockey, it's like double what seems to be the normal. So lots of good stuff going on. Really excited for this auction. Like I said, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out. It's usually a good time. So, not going to get too deep into these numbers for next week, but also I'm noticing the number of Japanese cards selling is substantial. 865 cards, 1,400 English cards, and that's crazy. Because back in the day, Japanese was like, if you just, a lot of people didn't care about them at all. So it's good to see the market trending well for them week after week, literally week after week. So I've went through and kind of backtracked some of the stuff that had been selling for base set, just to put it out there, see how, like, when you see stuff trending up or trending down, you look at the trend curves, like what goes first, and it's usually base set, right? So I'm tracking first edition base set, and I just want to see where the prices are going, high, low, flat, whatever. And there was a couple sales. There was some on May 1st, and then again on this was May 8th. So this data is showing it's pretty flat. So, and that's what we've been seeing literally since what I've seen is January. So the average price being 11,000, we had 11,000 sale. Average price here 11,000. Actually, pretty tight window of sale, like 12,006, 11,000. And we're talking from January to May, literally 4 month difference, and the cards are still selling for about the same price. This card saw the exact same sale price twice, once in January, once in May. And then similarly, this was a $300 difference between January and May. Maybe they're checking references on the price points from PWCC, and that's kind of their bogey. I don't know. But these are literally flat as can be. Not literally almost, there's more difference in the nines. Like you see more shift in the prices in the nines, and there's not as many nines selling. Like there was no sold nines on May 1st. There was one sold on May 8th, whereas PSA 10s you've had 7 in the last 2 auctions. And we've had a total of 4 PSA 9s. No, 1 PSA 9 in the last 2 auctions. These are just holographic cards. So, that being said, and it's also crazy, like just totaling all of these cards. You can buy every PSA 10 first edition base minus Charizard for roughly $215,000. Literally the 15 other cards you need for the set, whereas the Charizards are like 250 to 350 essentially, depending on the condition of the 10. That's pretty cool. That's crazy. I don't know why I got an extra space here. Oh, I did an insert left up here. That's why. So, just got a random extra space, but that's cool. But yeah, PSA 9s, like I said, it's pretty flat. Just Blastoise sold on May 8th, and it's almost exact with the average. If you average these all out, it's almost line for line with the average. So, again, flat. So, most things are in this market are pretty flat. No set cards are kind of just booming out of nowhere. Like of course, there's cards that are going up in price a little bit. A bunch have gone down. A lot of them are flatlined. A lot of things are junk slabs. It's just watching to see what happens, and this is showing that nothing's really happening, which is awesome. A lot of things are dropping in price though, and I've been watching them. I know I've been watching TCA Gaming, some of his posts, and he's been buying, it seems, a handful of stuff cheap on PWCC. So there's definitely potential out there. Another quick thing, I've just been doing some brief snapshots of kind of the CGC 10s going out for these few different sets. So first edition base jumped from 11 to 12 in the matter of 2 weeks. Shadowless, it jumped 3 10s. This includes pristine 10s and perfect 10s. We gained 7 more first edition jungle 10s. And then Jungle Unlimited, Base Set 2, and Rocket first edition all stayed flat. No increase in 10s there. I do have my CGC return that I'm probably just going to post on Monday morning. I haven't opened it yet, but this box was me resubmitting a handful of Kyogre cards and some other cards just to see if they'd go up in price. But pretty much cracked them all from the slabs, resubmitted them raw. And I think there's a few 9.5s and a couple 9 Kyogres. I'm hoping to get a couple 10s, 3 10s, or a 10, I guess, because I think it was only like 7 Kyogres. Those were the only ones I was really chasing the 10 on. The cards looked freaking mint. Not a single one of those cards had whitening. I would almost guarantee each of those would get a PSA 10. So really hoping that we could pull out the CGC 10 on a couple at least. So totally looking forward to that. But all in all, this auction looks pretty good. It's pretty stacked. We got a couple of booster boxes, maybe more. I didn't get really into the cheaper stuff, but a couple of the WotC sets is a Neo Discovery First Edition and a Fossil First Edition. There's a few of these BGS 9.5 first edition base cards. Got a no number Charizard, and I think I noticed there was like 6 different Charizards on the first page. 6. Like, we're not seeing all the same cards selling over and over. You do see a Shadowless. This one was the no number. This one is French. Maybe you might have another Shadowless. Yeah, you got one more Shadowless, but then you got a base unlimited 9, and then you got the Fire Red Leaf Green. Like, you got a variety of these different Charizards all performing pretty well, which every week is pretty cool. Here's another one of those 9.5 first ed base cards. Always got a few different trophy cards flying around here in the top. This I thought was pretty strong. So a BGS 9, it must be like a no 8.5 subgrades, I'm guessing. Yeah. So that's pretty solid. $2,100 without buyer's premium is pretty good. Like, this thing's been around $2,400, and I feel like it's already there. And we're still a day away. I feel like a lot of the action starts soon, and it hasn't already hit already. So that'll be interesting. I'm really curious to see where that card goes. I have a CGC 9 of that, and I've kind of just been chilling. I haven't really been selling a whole lot. I haven't been listing. Kind of just chilling on my cards right now, just buying, collecting. Yep, so another Chilling Rain booster case, $410 before buyer's premium. So, awesome. PSA 9 Shadowless set is where it's at, man. Beautiful cards. So that's about it. I'm just going to leave it at that. So definitely come check it out. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to be doing the live PWCC weekly. Going to be looking more into the Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, but I did look into Yu-Gi-Oh! Already, and like I said, there's a bunch of Japanese Bandai cards, and I'll pull it up real quick. Beautiful cards. I love these cards. They look sick. One of my favorite sets for sure from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or maybe I was looking at the next week. Yeah, I think I mixed them up. They keep pumping out these Spanish starter decks. Somebody must have dumped a case on them. Yeah, they got stacks of them. But 4 pages of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not bad. They usually is pretty thin. That's not bad. I hate this card with a burning passion of 1,000 suns. Those of you who played the game probably have the same hatred as I do. It's just one of those cards, but yeah, look forward to it. Hope to see you guys there. Let me know if you're coming. Y'all have a good one. Peace.